Hello, how are you? I'm assuming you're here because either you or someone you know is suffering from acid reflux, also sometimes called GERD, a gastroesophageal reflux disorder. That's a mouthful, I know. This is a very common in the United States today, and a large percentage of the population suffers from, after eating meals, having acid reflux, burning in their stomach, not feeling comfortable, bloating, gas, all those types of things. Matter of fact, in my office, oftentimes I would start working with people's digestion first, and that oftentimes clears up some of the other conditions they're having. So let's jump into this. Now, hopefully you've downloaded the free PDF so you can follow along with me. And that PDF contains 3 pages, and those pages we're going to work through right now. So let's draw your attention to the first page, which looks like a spreadsheet. And on that spreadsheet, you'll notice it says acid reflux and GERD, and the next down it says 12 to 16 weeks. The reason I like people to stay on the products for a total of 16 weeks is my highest recommendation, is because in those 120 days, right, 4 months, your cells have renewed all of them in every portion of the body. So it's a brand new you. And it's important to get these new products that are going to help you with GERD into all of the cells. So give the protocol a 4-month, 3 to 4 month trial before you say, hey, this doesn't work. This is a highly effective program. I've used it with many patients. Now, before we jump into talking about some of the pills, I quickly want to say that 9 times out of 10, acid reflux and GERD is misdiagnosed. And your primary care physician might say something like this: you have too much stomach acid. How many times have you heard that? A lot. And I'm going to say it's probably too little stomach acid. The majority of the time is too little stomach acid, and lots of things happen, like the little valve at the top of the stomach. If your pH isn't low enough, acidic enough, that won't close. And so when you go to digest your food and that stomach muscle starts to work, you slosh that stomach contents up into your esophagus. It's acidic enough to burn your esophagus, but it's not acidic enough to break down your food. And that causes all sorts of problems downstream, so to speak. So let's jump into the spreadsheet real quick. I want you to take a look at the very first product. It's called Highpep, and that's an herbal product from MediHerb. It tells you when to take it at breakfast, lunch, and supper. Now I've got this offset a little bit from the center. It says 2 with breakfast, 2 with lunch, and 2 with dinner. It's very important that you take those pills before your meal, right before your meal. As we work our way down, we see another product, AC carbamide, and then the next 2, pituitrophin PMG and spleen PMG. Very important. You may have heard of the gut-brain connection. And the brain is connected to the gut, and oftentimes we find that we have a disconnect between this pituitary and the stomach. And that's what this product is for. Moving down, also consider, if you don't, also consider some of these other products, GI Adsorb and Zypan. And if you do not have a gallbladder, I can't emphasize this enough. If you have no gallbladder, taking purified bile salts, in this case it's colocol, at the time of your meal will help digest all of your fats and your fat-soluble vitamins. Very important if you have no gallbladder. Okay, moving down to the bottom, you'll see essential nutrients. If you watched some of my videos before, the essential nutrients are made up of a multivitamin, a probiotic, vitamin D, and a long-chain omega-3 fatty acid or a fish oil. Okay, let's move to the second page. I'll be quick here. Now, this is a very important page. It describes all of the products that are in these protocols and why they're important. What I find is when the person understands why they're taking a product, what the product's supposed to do, they have much better outcomes. Okay, and then last, in the third page, we title it Best Practices. Now, in addition to taking the pills, here's some best practices, and that's on this sheet. Please read this thoroughly. It'll help you with the protocol and help you get better results and a better outcome. I do want to draw your attention down to the bottom, not all at the very bottom, but it says lifestyle recommendations. If you have acid reflux or GERD, this is critical. No alcohol for the 4 months if you want to have a good outcome. You got to stop drinking alcohol. We got to get your stomach back in better shape, and cutting out alcohol is one of the deals. And another one that I'm also going to recommend, you'll see here, is no wheat. If you follow the directions in these pages, guys, you will have a success and a very good outcome. Last but not least, the very bottom of the page 3 is a disclaimer. I am a licensed chiropractor here in the state of Colorado. I am a doctor, but I am not your doctor. In this case, I'm acting more as a coach. Guys, I hope you find this interesting. If you have additional questions, you can get on to my calendar, which you can find that information on the website where you found this information, to discuss this protocol and other things that will help you have a successful outcome as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know this will help.